can't tell you how much I appreciate it. Ashton, thank you for dropping the mic with me earlier. You were sensational. Thank you. Thanks for coming and judging.
Yes, yeah.
A couple months ago, Danny's family reached out to us and they asked us to write character letters to represent the person that we knew for 25 years so that the judge could take that into full consideration relative to the sentencing.
The letters were not written to question the legitimacy of the judicial system.
We are awaiting some reaction after learning Danny Masterson was sentenced to 30 years in prison after being convicted of those two earlier this year.
Ashton's other problem.
Mila just spilled some serious tea on Ashton Kutcher, revealing all the shady details about the alleged parties he attended with Diddy. It turns out there's a whole other side to Ashton that we never saw coming, and Mila is laying it all bare. While Diddy's connections, like Cat Williams, might have given those gatherings a hard pass, Ashton Kutcher didn't exactly share the same hesitation.
These big deviants is all catching hell in 2024. It's up for all of them. It don't matter if you Diddy or whoever you is. TGJ, any of them, all lies will be exposed. That's all.
Ashton never distanced himself from Diddy, just like he didn't distance himself from Danny Masterson. Now people are calling for Ashton and Mila to be truly canceled. Ashton and Leonardo DiCaprio's involvement in Diddy's drama highlights just how deep the Scientology ties run in Hollywood. Reports say that Diddy's connection to Scientology extends through both Ashton and Leo. Ashton's link to Scientology came via Danny Masterson and his circle, while Leo got pulled in through his friend Ethan S. Essentially, Ashton was tight with Danny's crowd, and Leo spent time with Ethan, both deeply embedded in the Scientology scene. Now it gets even messier. Ashton set up a nonprofit claiming to fight human trafficking, while one friend has a shady past and another faces serious allegations. It's ironic, to say the least. The latest rumors suggest both Ashton and Leo have left the country. Is it a quick getaway, or are they laying low to see how things unfold? If Diddy decides to spill the beans, he might bring everyone down with him, leaving Hollywood on edge. So why are Ashton and Mila getting the cold shoulder in Hollywood? It all boils down to some heavy allegations of rape and sexual assault tied to their inner circle. LA, often known as the City of Dreams, is quickly turning into a nightmare for them. The couple is reportedly considering a fresh start somewhere far away from the scandal, hoping to escape the ongoing backlash. Their reputation has taken a major hit this past year, and while they still want to keep working, relocating and only returning for select projects might be their best option. Let's rewind to last year when they were dragged for writing letters of support for Danny Masterson, who was convicted of serious charges. Danny was found guilty on 2 counts of rape that occurred while he was working alongside Ashton and Mila from 2001 to 2003. But it wasn't just those 2 counts. At least 8 women have accused him of assault over the years across multiple states and even in Canada. These weren't isolated incidents. Even after Danny was convicted, Ashton and Mila continued pushing for leniency before his sentencing. Danny was ultimately sentenced to 2 back-to-back life sentences, though he can seek parole after 30 years. In their letters, Ashton called Danny extraordinarily honest and intentional, and Mila spoke highly of his character and the positive impact he supposedly had. Naturally, this support for a convicted man sparked outrage around the world, pushing Ashton and Mila to step down from Ashton's charity, which he co-founded in 2009 to fight child exploitation. Their subsequent apology video, in which they claimed to support all victims, was widely criticized as insincere. Since then, the vibe in LA has turned cold towards them. But things took a turn for the worse when Ashton's long-standing friendship with Diddy was revealed, just as Diddy found himself in serious legal trouble and facing an arrest.
But that's what I've been saying. I said, if the federal government wanted somebody more than they want Diddy, if he has some information about some people that they would rather have other than him, he's able to get that information to them. But they gotta want it. They gotta want it. And Ashton Kutcher and him they were real tight.
There's no solid proof that Ashton knew about the accusations against Diddy, But let's be honest, it's hard to believe he was completely in the dark. People in the industry have been aware of Diddy's shady side for years, and that includes not just his close circle, but even outsiders like 50 Cent and Eminem.
You've been heavy on social media talking about it.
He did it. And I'm the only one who's been vocal about this long before it actually.
Oh, you've been saying this for a long time now, and then no one was, they're just, why is he saying this? And now it's coming out like crazy.
But I also didn't participate. I also didn't go to these parties.
Yeah.
So a lot of the celebrity culture that you don't hear saying anything is because they participate.
If people outside of Diddy's inner circle are aware of his dirty laundry, it's safe to assume that Ashton, who's been a close friend for years, is in the same situation. And by same situation, we're talking about being involved in those same parties. Let's not forget those comments Ashton made about Diddy back in 2003. Now, with Diddy's serious criminal charges coming to light, those remarks are starting to sound a lot more sinister. It's only making Ashton's position in Hollywood more complicated. The drama surrounding him has him feeling fed up, dragged through the mud because of his friend's actions. To make matters worse, rumors are swirling about Diddy supposedly being involved in putting a bounty on Tupac's head. It's almost mind-boggling that Ashton doesn't understand why people keep questioning his friendships when he's surrounded by some of the most shady figures in the industry. And now, after all this, Ashton and Mila are reportedly regretting their support for Danny Masterson with those infamous letters and are trying to take responsibility for their messy choices. Ashton's basically being roasted online, with wild conspiracy theories flying around, all because he showed up at Diddy's parties. It's no wonder he's considering stepping away from Hollywood altogether. But here's the real kicker: the Diddy situation just keeps getting worse. New allegations keep piling up, with Diddy arrested in NYC last month on charges of sex trafficking, racketeering, and even kidnapping. Shocking claims have surfaced about him allegedly forcing women into explicit performances at his infamous parties. And let's not forget the countless photos of Ashton and Diddy looking super cozy together, like they're just regular pals. Honestly, how many grown men casually call up their friends for a jog? Sadly, Ashton's not the only celebrity linked to Diddy's parties, but he's one of the few who's actually spoken about them. Back in 2019, he made jokes on Hot Ones about having wild stories from those infamous gatherings. Now, with all these allegations piling up against Diddy, Ashton's connection to him is looking worse by the day. It must be tough for him, being tied to all these alleged traffickers, risks, and possibly even murders. No wonder he's feeling the pressure to walk away from Hollywood, especially if he thinks it's all turning into a cesspool.
Diddy's party stories, they're our favorite genre of anecdote.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Wow, okay, I've got a lot I can't tell. So, can't tell that one either. I mean, I'm like actually cycling through them. There was one moment, so it's not really a party story, but our relationship was really bizarre. So it started over punk, because he was like, yo, you can't punk me. And I was like, I don't know what to tell you, everybody's on the table. He's like, not me, I'm off the table. And so that started our conversation. We became fast friends, and we used to just hang out and watch football together. And he came over and I was like, I'm going for a run. He's like, oh, I'll go for a run with you. So he comes over to go for a run. About halfway through the run, he's like, yo, I'm running out of gas right now. But we had like paparazzi all around us. And he's like, you gotta slow down but make it look like you're not slowing down. Because he had to. I don't want to look like I'm not gonna be able to finish this thing.
The internet is seriously turning on Ashton, especially after hearing about that shocking incident where he discovered his girlfriend's body but didn't immediately call the cops. The controversy around him is growing, and with every new detail, the pressure keeps mounting. Here's the latest. Ashton's version of the night Ashley Ellerin was murdered has people questioning him. He claimed he saw what he thought was a wine stain through her window, but didn't think to go inside. Turns out that wine was actually blood. Now, people are saying that if he had just called the police right away, the killer might have been caught sooner, potentially saving another life. The bottom line? A lot of people believe Ashton could have prevented further harm by telling the truth that night. Many are seeing this as a sign of something much deeper, maybe a selfishness or sickness, if his image was more important than stepping up to help. And with all the drama surrounding Diddy and Ashton's connection, it's clear this marriage between Ashton and Mila is under serious strain. While there's no proof that Ashton's directly involved in any criminal activity, just being linked to all of this mess is putting him in the public's hot seat. The pressure is definitely affecting his relationship. To try and fix things, the couple is planning to renew their vows in 2025 for their 10th anniversary. With 2 kids and a recent move to the UK for Mila's filming, they're hoping a fresh start away from Hollywood will help them escape the drama. But let's face it, Ashton and Mila aren't strangers to scandal. Their defense of Danny Masterson in 2023 already caused major damage to their image, especially after the backlash over their letters to the judge. They apologized, but the damage to their marriage, combined with trying to protect their kids from the media, has been overwhelming. The vow renewal is a step toward moving forward, but there are whispers suggesting Ashton might even be considering leaving Hollywood for good to escape the ongoing drama. Will they make it through this storm? Only time will tell, but the challenges they face are huge. What do you think? Can they overcome the Diddy scandal, especially with Ashton's close ties to him? Let us know your thoughts, and don't forget to check out our latest video where we dive into one of the hottest topics right now.
I can't tell. So, can't tell that one either. I mean, I'm like actually cycling through them. There was one moment, so it's not really a party story, but our relationship was really bizarre. So it started over punk. Yeah. Like, yo, don't punk. You can't punk me. And I was like, I don't know what to tell you. Everybody's on the table. He's like, not me, I'm off the table. And so that started our conversation. We became fast friends.
Well, Ashton, why are you keeping those Diddy stories to yourself? No wonder Mila's on edge right now. Is there some surprising footage involving Ashton that's about to surface? The internet is already buzzing with speculation, and if that video drops, things are going to get really messy. Keep your eyes peeled, because this drama is just getting started.
Ashton Kutcher and Mila Kunis split rumors have been circulating online after his friendship with Diddy has been put under a magnifying glass following the rapper's arrest.
There's a growing mystery surrounding Ashton Kutcher and his possible ties to Sean Diddy Combs, and it's raising more questions than ever. Since Diddy's criminal indictment surfaced, Mila Kunis has stayed notably silent about Ashton, sparking speculation. Wild rumors now suggest a hidden connection between Ashton and Diddy that nobody anticipated, and Ashton's recent retreat from the public eye has only fueled the fire. Could this link be why there's even talk of a potential rift between Ashton and Mila? The intrigue around Ashton and Diddy is only intensifying, especially with reports that the FBI may be involved. What does Mila know, if anything, that could reveal new insights into this situation? And could Ashton's ties to Diddy go deeper than anyone suspected? Ashton Kutcher has long been known as the charming actor from that 70s show and as a savvy tech investor, but recent events hint at complexities behind the scenes. Few realize just how far back his relationship with Diddy might go. Diddy, now known simply as Love, has deep connections to New York's entertainment world since the 90s. Could there be more here than just casual encounters? Let us know your thoughts below, and hit like if you're following this unfolding story.